Dear student, today we are going to start another topic from the magnetic effect of current, that is magnetic field due to a solenoid. Now in this topic we will understand what is a pattern or how does the magnetic field of the solenoid looks like. Now the first question that is coming to your mind, that what is solenoid. So we can say that it is defined as simply whenever the whenever a wire, okay, whenever a conducting wire is wounded in the shape of cylinder. When a conducting wire is got wounded in the shape of cylinder, it forms a solenoid. Okay, so I have drawn a exaggerated view. Whenever the conducting wire is wounded in form of solenoid, suppose I have the wire and I wound that wire over this marker, so it forms a solenoid. Okay, so that is very simple thing. Now what happens when a current is flowing through a solenoid? So because whenever the current is flowing through a solenoid, so suppose this is the solenoid, okay, and this is the circuit. Here that is the current is going from this end, leaving from this end. So whenever the current is flowing through a solenoid, the solenoid behave as a magnet. It is quite behave as a magnet. Actually it develops a polarity, means one of its end behave like a north pole and another of its end behave like a south pole. Okay, so one of its end behave like a north pole and other of its end behave like a south pole. So here this pole is behaving like a south pole and this pole is behaving like a north pole. So how does the pattern of this magnetic field? So inside the solenoid the field lines are straight. Inside the solenoid the field lines are straight, uniform, and outside the solenoid it start a behavior. Outside the solenoid it start a behavior of just as a bar magnet. Okay, so just as a bar magnet, it show a behavior just as a bar magnet. So here this is the north pole and this is the south pole. It develops a polarity. Okay, so this is the south pole and this is the north pole, this is the south pole. Okay, now what happened? This is the south pole. So here we came to know that whenever the current is flowing through a solenoid, it behaves as a bar magnet. It develops a polarity on its faces. One face become north pole and another face behave as a south pole. So it behave as a bar magnet. It behave as a bar magnet. So and all the properties of the magnetic field of a bar magnet is same as the magnetic field developed by a solenoid. So that is the brief idea about the magnetic field of the solenoid, because in the class 10th this much level has been discussed. Okay, now there is something called electromagnets. Okay, so what happens, student? Suppose this is a one solenoid. This is the one solenoid I am drawing, and if I insert here the current I is going, here the current I is going down. If I insert some magnetic material like soft iron core or iron, okay, so this is a soft iron core. Okay, I insert this magnetic material inside the solenoid. Now what happens as I flow the current through this solenoid? As we know, the solenoid behaves as a bar magnet. The magnetic field of solenoid tends or want that to or it magnetize this whole iron bar. The magnetic, once I'm repeating, the magnetic field of this solenoid magnetize this iron core, and for a short interval of time this iron core will also behave as a magnet. So this whenever the substance get magnetized by the magnetic field of solenoid, that substance is called the electromagnet. Electromagnet means those magnets which are developed by the magnetic field of another source. Electromagnet means those magnets whose magnetism is developed by another source for a few time, or you can say for a few, as long as how much time will the magnetic field remain in this core? As long as whenever the current is flowing in the circuit. मतलब मेरा कहने का मतलब ये है कि इसमें मैग्नेटिज्म कब तक रहेगा इस आयरन कोर में, ये तब तक रहेगा जब तक कि इस सॉलिनॉइड में करंट फ्लो होता रहेगा, तब तक इसमें ये मैग्नेटिज्म रहेगा. और जैसे ही ये करंट फ्लो होना बंद हो जाएगा, द मैग्नेटिज्म ऑन द सॉलिनॉइड stops and again it behaves as a iron core. Okay, so that is known as the electromagnetic. Whenever the substance is magnetized by the magnetic field, that substance is called the electromagnet. Okay, now we will start our next topic, that is the force experienced by a current carrying conductor in a magnetic field. Force experienced by a current carrying conductor in a magnetic field. So force experienced by a current carrying conductor in a magnetic field. Now see student, suppose we have taken a horseshoe magnet, okay, and we apply a vertical field. So here we apply a vertical field. This pole is north south pole and this pole is north pole. So the field will go from north to south. This is the vertical field. Okay, this is the vertical field. Now from that end, what we do is we place our conductor. Okay, it is just placed at this in this fashion. Suppose this is the horseshoe magnet and this conductor is placed between the two poles of the horseshoe magnet. Okay, so this conductor actually it is placed somewhere here. Okay, so this conductor is placed somewhat like that. Okay, now we will connect this conductor with a battery. So one end of this conductor is connected to the positive terminal of the battery. So suppose one end of this conductor is connected to the positive terminal of the battery and other end is connected to the negative terminal of the battery. So here student, I have taken, so I mark it, I have taken a horseshoe magnet, and in this magnet the north pole is here and south pole is here, and in between them I have taken a conductor, and that conductor is by the way connected with a positive and negative terminals of a battery. I have not drawn a stand on which this conductor is resting, just I am drawing for explanation. Okay, now what happened, we know that whenever the current is flowing through a conductor, it produces a magnetic field and it can apply a force. But it is the scientist Henri Marey, Ampere, who says that the current carrying conductor can also experience a magnetic force. Means, see student, if a current is flowing through a wire, so as a result a magnetic field is produced and that magnetic field will exert force on this magnet, this horseshoe magnet. But it was Henri Marey who says that if a magnetic field can apply a force on this horseshoe magnet, the horseshoe magnet can also apply a force on this conductor. The horseshoe magnet can also apply a force on this conductor, and same logic works here. So what happened, whenever the current is flowing through this conductor, the magnet, because we know that here the magnetic field of horseshoe magnet is directed upward. The magnetic field of horseshoe magnet is directed upward. So what happened, when the current is flowing from this conductor, the magnetic field of the horseshoe magnet applies a force on this conductor, and this gets shifted toward left. It gets shifted toward left. And if we reverse the polarity, means negative terminals here and positive terminals here. So the conductor gets shifted toward right. So this is the one way of getting the shifting of conductor toward left and right. Another way of getting shifting the conductor is just to change the polarity of the magnet. If you make the south pole here and if you make the north pole here, so the field, sorry, if we make the north pole here, if you make the south pole here, the field is, the magnetic field of the horseshoe magnet is acting vertically downward. Now if you flow the current, in the previous direction, means what is the direction of the current in the previous case. So if you flow the current from this positive to negative terminal, it get displaced, but displaced in the opposite direction. It get displaced but displaced in the opposite direction as our previous case. So this is how a current carrying conductor can experience a force by a magnetic field, because here the magnetic field is produced by this this horseshoe magnet. The two magnetic fields are produced. One magnetic field is produced by this conductor. We are not accounting this magnetic field. We are considering the magnetic field of this horseshoe magnet. That experience of that exert a force on this conductor, and due to this, this conductor makes a motion. So now you can see that the magnetic field, the direction of the magnetic field is downward, or you can see here the direction. Suppose this, my thumb is north and my index finger is south. So direction of magnetic field is here in this fashion, okay, and I place the conductor in this fashion. So here the direction of the magnetic field and the conductor is perpendicular. I place the conductor in this manner. So direction of magnetic field and conductor is perpendicular, and the motion which is this conductor makes is perpendicular to the both of the conductor, the current flowing through the conductor and the magnetic field. I am ये आपको थोड़ा सा अजीब लगा होगा सुन के कि देखो यहाँ पर तीन बातें हैं. एक तो करंट, एक कंडक्टर है हमारे पास जिसमें करंट फ्लो हो रहा है, एक मैग्नेटिक फील्ड है और एक मोशन है. तीन बातें हमारे पास. एक कंडक्टर है जिसमें करंट फ्लो हो रहा है, एक मैग्नेटिक फील्ड है और एक वो डायरेक्शन है जिसमें अपना कंडक्टर मोशन कर रहा है. ये तीनों ही चीज़ आपस में एक दूसरे के परपेंडिकुलर है. सपोज ये तीनों ही चीज़ आपस में एक दूसरे क्या हैं, परपेंडिकुलर हैं, एंड वी कैन फाइंड आउट द डायरेक्शन ऑफ द फोर्स बाय सिंपल फ्लेमिंग और यू कैन से राइट हैंड रूल. सो सपोज this is the direction of current, this is the direction of magnetic field, so this will be the direction of force. As you can see, these three things are perpendicular to each other. So this is the direction of current, this is the direction of, if this is the direction of current, and let's suppose this is the direction of magnetic field. Now this perpendicular to both of them, this is the direction of the force. Now you can understand. If this is the rule, was simple rule from my hand I am giving to you. Okay, this index finger represent the field, or I have to see this index finger represent the field. This is so Fleming right hand rule. According to this rule, if this finger represent the field, this middle finger represent the motion of the conductor. Sorry, this middle finger represent the current. Then this thumb will represent the motion or the direction of force into the conductor. Okay. So again I am repeating. This is the Fleming right hand rule, which gives us the direction of force. Suppose in this direction the current is flowing. In this here. You can see in this direction the current is flowing, in this direction the field is applied, perpendicular to both. The thumb will give you the direction in which the force is applied. So this is a Fleming right hand rule by which we can find out the current direction of force that is applied to a conductor. So I summarize once again. Whenever the current carrying conductor is placed in a magnetic field, it experiences a force, and due to that force it gets displaced. And the Fleming right hand rule gives a direction, gives a sense of direction. If this is the direction of you can say field, this is the direction of field, this is the direction of current, then my thumb will give the direction of the force. Okay, So hopefully you understand this concept, whole concept. Here there are three quantities and three of them are perpendicular to each other. You can compare with this is the x, this is the y, and this is the z. Okay, so you can compare this with the three coordinate system that you have learned in your classes. So hopefully you have understand, and if you have any doubt, then comment in the WhatsApp group that we have made for you. Thank you.